Carpentry and antiques are my passions. Through the years, I have amassed various collections as well as useful woodworking skills. I have learned that just by keeping your eyes open while earning a living, you can learn a lot. I'm always looking for ways to do things differently and deviate from what's conventional. Join me on a journey of education and entertainment through projects and adventures. My name is Tischler, and welcome to my channel. So this is episode 2, day 6. All the ICF is pretty much up. I didn't get filming the ICF because Adam and I went back to Loose Land to do a roof, and Colin stayed here and did the ICF, so we'll just get what we can for video. So I'm working on putting the rough buck in. That holds the concrete from spilling out the opening. And then what I'm doing is cutting all these little castellations off the top of the ICF so I can finish right flat. But it's very muddy today. Got about 10 pounds of mud on my boots. But yeah, ICF is all coming together and we're gonna pour later today. So I just ran some sonotube and PVC pipe just as rough ends for whatever they want to run into the crawl space. So I just had to cut through the ICF and cut out some of the webbing. It was a bit of a pain, but it worked. Okay, so we're just doing the concrete in the ICF right now. Adam's running the hose and I'm running the vibrator. We're walking the form and it's going good so far. Colin's finishing. It's all looking good. So we just finished the pour here. My time lapse fell over the back of the telehandler. Apparently isn't big enough to hold the tripod. Should have known that, but... So we just put like a rougher mag finish on. It's just got to be good enough so the mud sill can go on top. As long as it's flat, that's what matters. And yeah. Got a little bit of water leaking out the bottom. This was a 5-inch slump, so quite a bit of water. But other than that, it all went well. No major issues of any kind. So we'll be back here next week, I guess, to start filming the floor. So this is day 7, I think. And the floor, it all dried nicely. So what we're gonna do today, or try to do today, it dried up enough that you can walk around in here without getting mud all over your boots. And right now I'm just working on stripping all the turnbuckle braces. And we're just gonna do a cleanup in here. And then we have to put down the poly for the radon barrier. And then bring in like a crushed rock and spread it out. So that'll keep us going for today, I'm sure. So I'll work on getting this all cleaned up and check back in later. So one tool I should go over, this is called a Burke Bar, and this is really good for stripping forms or doing any sort of concrete work. And if you want to learn more about Burke Bars and what makes them a really great tool, go check out the channel called Essential Craftsman. I'll put a link to it in the description. But basically, we've got these fastened to the concrete with two 16-penny nails and a 1/4-inch hole. And that is just kind of a temporary fix to fasten anything to concrete. But this makes taking these out incredibly easy. You just jam it in and pry up. With an ordinary pry bar, it would be pretty difficult. But with the Burke Bar, you get enough leverage that you can rip it right out of there. So this has so many uses. I'll probably do a video on that later. So another demonstration for the Burke Bar. This is kind of going to be harder because I'm just using one hand. But just pull the nails. Minimal effort. See just how easily I can do this with only one hand. And there, form is stripped and on to the next. Rather than sitting around and fiddling with this for about 2 minutes, I can have one done in about 30 seconds, just with the efficiency of this bar. So this would be the start of day 8, but I think I'm gonna call this day 10 because Colin stayed and worked for 2 days without me and Adam here. So as you can see behind me, we got all the loose fill in and radon barrier down. So today I'll show you what the plan is. So we're just gonna continue cleaning up out here, and then I'll take the SDS hammer and chisel a lot of this spilt concrete off so we can put our blue skin down the side of the ICF and onto the footing, and that'll just protect the styrofoam and help keep everything watertight. But everything's looking good in here. So I just put a chisel bit in my SDS hammer and switched it to jackhammer mode. And then all this stuff I can just comes off nice and easy. So the blue skin is all on. Went on okay. We let it hang over the footing just a bit to prevent any water or whatever from seeping in and creating an issue. But next the floor system is gonna arrive, so we'll get that unloaded and start building the beams and setting the joists. So as they're getting the floor system unloaded, Adam and I are just working on cleaning out the rest of the post. They're the beam pockets, and that's going well, so we'll be able to assemble the beam and slip it right into there. So what we're doing here is just getting the mud sill put on, and we just countersunk a hole so that the nut will be beneath the plane of the board, because we don't really know where the layout of our eye joists are going to go. So we'll just cut this off wherever, and then but the actual bolt will be beneath. So we're just getting that roughly set, and then we'll bolt them all down. So I guess I was too busy working to remember to set the time lapse up for when we put that beam in, but we got it in, and we got the eye joists on this side set, and they went up nice, and then they're just left back so the rim joist can go on. But that's pretty much all we're gonna do for today. We'll come back tomorrow. Hopefully the weather will be nice and we can finish off the rest of the eye joists and start sheeting. So we'll be back here tomorrow. So this is the start of day 11, and what we're starting off doing today is attaching the mud sill to the foundation. And Adam's just working over there, and I'm gonna start drilling over here. So basically, how you fasten this to concrete, it's kind of cool actually if you don't know how to do this. Just kind of pick a spot along here and start drilling. You got your hole, clear the dust out of the way, and then you take one of these fasteners, or anchors I guess I should say, and it's made to fit in a 1/2-inch hole. So this is kind of hard to do with one hand, but you just start it like that, and you take your hammer and all you do is pound it in. Should maybe have a little bit of a longer bit on there, but that's essentially what you do, and then you just tighten that down and it'll suck this right tight to the concrete, and then whatever's fastened to this mud sill won't be going anywhere. Okay, so for whatever reason there was no audio in this clip, so I'll try and remember what I was saying. So we're setting the rim joist here, and we just want to make sure it's kind of flush with that, and I'm making the corner, making sure that's flush everywhere. And then I proceed to nail that, making a nice corner, 4 or 5 nails in it, and then just go down and push it out just a little bit past where it's got to go, and then toenail. And the reason for pushing it out is because when I go to sink that toenail, it'll drive it into the right spot. Okay, so assembling or sheeting the floor, we got all the eye joists on and rim board on. So Adam's just putting the glue down, and the system we've got is Adam glues, I grab the sheets, and Colin screws off. So take this one, set it down. Get it, and this is tongue and groove, so this is a little bit difficult. So I just kind of have to stand on it like this, and then Adam will pound on it with a block and a sledgehammer, and that knocks that groove, or the tongue, right into the groove. And then we just got to check it this way, and there's a 16th, so we'll just hit it once more to close that gap. Okay, that's nice right there. And then I just take the nailer and just tack it for now until Colin can screw it down. So I think I'll leave it there for episode 2. We got the floor sheeted and everything pretty much wrapped up there. We just have to cut the edges off and put a few more filler pieces in, but other than that, it's all done. So thank you very much for watching episode 2, and stay tuned for episode 3 coming soon.